ball. Miami will receive. Ending the north end of the stadium. The wind will be a little factor today. Not much wind, as I say. It's really a mild day for this time of the year in Philadelphia.
Real interesting point, too, Harry, to watch and see Dan Marino over the sideline and goes up to Scott Mitchell, gives him a little tug, and I bet that's got to make all the world of a difference for Scott Mitchell to know that he's going in and really got the vote of confidence of Dan Marino.
Miami is going to kick off, and the goal to our right. Philadelphia will receive at the end zone to our left. The deep men for Philadelphia by Sikahema is on one side, and Herschel Walker, who has volunteered for special teams, wants to be on special teams, is the other deep man. Pete Stoyanovich will kick off for Miami.
Brian Sikahema has been really nursing a bad leg, so it's interesting on this. Herschel Walker's been Mr. Everything for the Eagles so far.
Stoyanovich, a driving kickoff. Sikahema takes it in the end zone. He's going to run it out. 3 yards deep. 5, 10, 15. And he's racked up at the 17-yard line. So he did not get it back to the 20-yard line. A 14-yard return. The tackle made by Mike Williams. And it'll be first down and 10 for Philadelphia at their own 18-yard line. The Eagles offensively will have Victor Bailey and Calvin Williams at the wideout, Broderick Thompson and Antone Davis at the tackles, Mike Shadd and Ron Hallstrom at the guards, David Alexander, the bulwark of the offensive line at center. Ken O'Brien is the quarterback. The running backs are Heath Sherman and Herschel Walker. Sherman comes in motion to the right. O'Brien going to throw on first down. A little valve pass to Walker up to the 20 and dropped at the 21-yard line. Brought down by Brian Cox. Pick up on the play of 4. It'll be second down and 6.
Brian Cox had a just outstanding year so far for the Dolphins. He's got 4 sacks, leads the team in tackles with 55. That time, a little swing route. A lot of times you want to get your quarterback going in the right direction, Harry. Just a little confidence builder, get him stroking.
Victor Bailey, the rookie, comes wide to the right on the same side as Calvin Williams. On second down and 6, handoff goes to Heath Sherman, and Sherman over the 25 to about the 26-yard line. He'll be a couple of yards shy of the first down. Tackle made on the play by John Grimsley. It'll bring up a third down and 2, Philadelphia at their own 26.
That's why it's so important to try to get started on first down, get positive yardage. The Eagles are going to have to try to control this up front. Their offensive line is relatively healthy. If there's a decisive advantage, they got to take it up front.
Bailey comes wide to the right, Williams wide to the left. Third down and 2, and O'Brien's going to throw for it, and he is sacked. Brought down by Jeff Cross. Jeff Cross sacks him. That is the 8th sack of the year for number 91, Jeff Cross, a 6-year pro from Missouri. Philadelphia will be forced to punt.
Boy, not the way you want to start off. I think you really got to send a message early on, and that is by the run. You got 2 yards to go. You've got a back in the backfield like Herschel Walker. This time he steps up in the pocket, and Antone Davis, boy, Cross just walked the dog, walked him all the way back to the quarterback.
Jeff Feagles, a long punt. It's fumbled out of bounds by O.J. McDuffie, the rookie from Penn State, at the 27-yard line. So Miami will have their first offensive series from their own 27. A good punt by Feagles, who has been a constant for the Philadelphia Eagles, a 50-yard punt with no return. So the Dolphins have it first and 10 for the first time on their own 27. Scott Mitchell will be the quarterback. Mark Higgs and Keith Byers the running back. Mark Ingram and Irving Fryer are the wide receivers, and the tight end is Keith Jackson. First and 10 for Scott Mitchell. Mitchell calling signals at his own 27-yard line. Back to pass on first down. He throws. It is incomplete. His intended receiver was Mark Ingram. It'll be second down and 10. Interesting matchup here, Rick, in that Miami has the leading pass offense in the NFL. Philadelphia's pass defense is second best in the NFL.
That is odd. The bad news is that they are last versus the rush, which surprises me that Miami would come out and play games trying to throw the football. That time they tried to hit Jackson on the corner, but Ingram was running an in. That just doesn't work.
Second down and 10 for the Dolphins at their own 27-yard line. Ingram wide to the left, Fryer wide to the right. Here's a handoff to Byers. He slips and falls and is dropped back at the 24-yard line. He lost his footing. And then right there was the refrigerator, William Perry. for a 2-yard loss, so Perry makes an impact immediately.
Well, I guess if you look up and you see a guy weighing 300, maybe close to 50 pounds, you find a way to slip. Really, Perry stood his ground. He just would not be moved on that play, and it allowed Seth Joyner to come in, and the Eagles got a little excitement going.
On the passing down, now Perry comes off. It is 3rd down and 12, Miami from the shotgun. Just a quick out off the hands of the wide receiver, incomplete. O.J. McDuffie, the intended receiver. The Dolphins go 3 and out. They will have to punt. Dale Hatcher will come in to do the punting, averaging 39.3 per punt. By Sikahema back in solo safety for Philadelphia, standing at his own 30.
That was a wide receiver screen that just didn't work. McDuffie, this is the second time now he's had trouble getting his hands on the football.
Hatcher takes the snap, gets the punt away. It's a high spiral backing up Sikahema to the 23, up to the 25, 30, 35, dropped at the 37-yard line. A nice return by Sikahema, one of the top return men of the game, and Philadelphia in pretty good field position for their second possession, a 14-yard return. For the score, the Eagles nothing and the Dolphins nothing. A timeout. Now this for NRA. Philadelphia Eagles have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line, as Ken O'Brien brings them out for series number 2. Both teams in their first series, 3 and out. One offensive weapon we might look for, Rick, for Philadelphia, Mark Favaro, the veteran tight end, had a fine year.
Boy, one of the best.
In motion comes Calvin Williams to the right. Hand off to Sherman, nothing there. Keith Sherman was the ball carrier. He might have picked up a yard to the 38-yard line, brought down by strong safety Jarvis Williams. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Well, that's the one thing that O'Brien's going to definitely have to show Philadelphia, that he can get the ball downfield. If not, they're going to stick that safety up. Jarvis Williams has 51 tackles. He's 2nd on the Dolphins. This guy has a real nose for the football. They're going to have to force him into coverage.
James Joseph has checked in. He is slotted on the left. In motion goes Mark Favaro on 2nd down and 9. Back to throw is O'Brien. Has some time. Now the pocket closes, and he's sacked back at the 25-yard line. He was sacked by Marco Coleman, the second-year defensive end from Georgia Tech, all the way back to the 26. Loss on the play of 12.
Not a man that really seems to be breathing with confidence. O'Brien in the pocket, he's got the busy feet. Just doesn't seem comfortable in there. He's got to set up, look downfield, either it's there, put it up in the nickel feet, or do something positive with the football. Not good at all.
James Lofton and Michael Young now are wide to the left. Wide to the right is Calvin Williams. Back to pass is O'Brien. Looks upfield. He's sacked again. What a rush by the Miami Dolphins. This time the sack man was Jeff Cross, his 2nd sack of the day, his 9th of the year.
Boy, Cross, you look at the Eagles, they've got to make up their minds how they're going to play this football game. Antone Davis, this guy is 325 pounds. He's got to play a little bit better at the point of attack. I mean, you don't have to be passive pass blocking.
The Eagles back to punt, gets the snap, gets the kick away. O.J. McDuffie calls for the fair catch and makes it at the 29-yard line, where Miami will have it 1st and 10 at their own 29. With the score, Philadelphia nothing, Miami nothing. There's a timeout. Now this for Bruins. 1st and 10 Miami at their own 27. Handoff, and going up to about the 30-yard line is Mark Higgs. Higgs picked up just about, the ball was spotted at the 29-yard line, so he picked up maybe a yard, and that's about all. It'll be 2nd down and 9, just over the 30-yard line.
Once again, number 90, the refrigerator Perry made the play. He was on a strong slant, went right across the guard's face, and showed quickness, showed strength, showed everything that we all know he's capable of doing.
Terry Kirby is in offensively now for the Miami Dolphins. And Kirby gets the handoff and finds nothing there. The refrigerator is there, as well as Britt Hager, the middle linebacker. No gain on the play, and William Perry has made an immediate impact for the Philadelphia Eagles.
That time he took on a double team, Harry. Split the double team, stood things up, forced the play to go nowhere. One guy, 2 guys, you look at him as well as Dirty Waters, I think they really inspired this defense.
Third down and a 9 for Miami at their own 30-yard line. They'll go from the shotgun now with Scott Mitchell taking the direct snap. Mitchell looks upfield. The left-hander has some running room. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 40. Out of bounds at the 39-yard line of Philadelphia. Finally run out by Otis Smith, but the middle was wide open, and Mitchell took it, scampering all the way down to the Philadelphia 39-yard line, a gain of 32.
Boy, it wasn't pretty. This guy's 6'5". He's 230 pounds. He's lumbering, but he found a way. You know, it was a matchup zone by Philadelphia. Everybody was on it. It was a really great defensive play, except for they had nobody to spy. And why would you leave somebody in to spy a guy like Scott Mitchell?
They spotted at the 38-yard line of the Eagles. First and 10, Miami at the Philadelphia 38. Here's a handoff to Kirby, and Terry Kirby finds nothing there. Once again, William Perry in on the bottom of the pile. So the Philadelphia Eagles, who in their last 3 games had given up over 200 yards rushing, individual rushers the last 3 games have picked up 160 or more against the Eagles, and they're sacrificing nothing now.
Absolutely nothing. Also, Britt Hager is also in for Brian Evans. Evans is the number 1 tackle who's out with a fractured right forearm, and the old Longhorn, Hager, has not given up any as well.
Second down and 9. Back to throw is Mitchell, and he lofts one that is in and out of the hands of Eric Allen. Eric Allen had a dead interception at the 8-yard line, and he's just looking down at the turf. He had it in his hands. He couldn't hold it. It'll be third down and 9.
Violated receiving rule 101. Catch the ball with your hands. That time he tried to put it in the bread basket. We all know Allen has great hands. I mean, the guy has a number of interceptions. That time he just kicked himself, putting it on the numbers. Well, it would have been his 4th.
Scott Mitchell is 0 for 3 in the passing department. Third down and 9. Direct snap from center on the shotgun. Mitchell throwing downfield. It is a great catch by Mark Ingram at the 11-yard line of Philadelphia. He was covered by Eric Allen as well as a corner can cover, but just a superb throw and catch by Mark Ingram. Good for 26 and a first down.
Wouldn't you know it? You got a chance to intercept the pass. You blow it. They come right back at you. And Ingram makes an acrobatic catch. Goes up in between. Rich Miano was there as well. Excellent execution.
First down and 10, Dolphins. They have it at the Philadelphia 11-yard line. Mitchell. Hands off to Higgs. Higgs inside the 10 all the way down to the 6. He rushed for about 5 yards, bringing up a 2nd and 5. William Perry again aiding on the tackle along with Andre Waters, but a gain of 5. It'll be second down, 5 for a first down, 6 for a touchdown.
Well, that's the best offensive surge they've been able to muster with Keith Sims and Richmond Webb. That time Webb got under the refrigerator, if you can imagine that, and was able to get a little bit of a pinch. Refrigerator still came off to make the assist on the tackle.
Higgs is a lone setback on second down and 5 for the Dolphins. Mitchell looked like a busted play. He rolls out and scampers out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Looked like they were confused at the line of scrimmage. William Thomas chased him out, but that play was going nowhere from the start before they even snapped the ball.
Yeah, that was a bust. They were real lucky that time, and Keith Sims looked like he was moving a little bit ahead of the snap, but it wasn't picked up. Good play for the Eagle defense. If they can come out of this and hold Miami to 3, they have to consider it a victory, but there's no way in your mind you'll get it out the fact that Eric Allen could have turned this thing around early had he made the interception.
Loss of 2 on the last play. It's third down and 7 for the Dolphins. They have it at the Eagle 8-yard line. Operating from the shotgun, Mitchell back to pass, looks to the end zone, throws, caught, touchdown Miami to Terry Kirby. An 8-yard touchdown pass from Scott Mitchell to Terry Kirby. For Kirby, his second receiving touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins take a 6-0 lead with the extra point coming up by Pete Stoyanovich.
Catch number 32 for the young man out of Virginia. He's the second leading receiver on the Dolphins. Really tough to contain. Philadelphia's going to have to get a little bit better pressure up the gut here. This is the second time in a row now they've given him clear vision.
The extra point attempt coming up now by Stoyanovich. The center is dropped. And the snap was dropped by Peterson, the holder, and the extra point is not good. So the extra point, Stoyanovich had been 20 of 20, is no good. I didn't see if it was a low snap or what.
Looked like the ball was there. I mean, as you mentioned, Peterson, the guy on the hole. You know, I've noticed something kind of strange here. Guy's been slipping. We got a great day. You mentioned temperature. A little under 70s. Looks like he's slipping.
There's a timeout with a score. Miami 6, Philadelphia nothing. Now this for Gateway.
John Hodges with a look at the Walker Mufflers scoreboard. Steve Young, 11 yards to Jerry Rice. 49ers jump in front of the Buccaneers, 7-0. Ditto for the Giants over the Redskins. Rodney Hampton just back from the injured list. 1 yard run. New York up 7-0 first quarter. Back to the vet, Harry Callis and Rick Walker.
Miami leading 6-0. Pete Stoyanovich will kick off. The deep men for Philadelphia by Sikahema on the near side and Herschel Walker on the far side. Stoyanovich a driving kickoff again. Sikahema will not run this one back. 8 yards deep in the end zone, and Philadelphia will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20. The Dolphins scoring drive, 9 plays, 70 yards. It took 4 minutes, 11 seconds off the clock. Culminated on the 8-yard touchdown pass from Scott Mitchell to the fine rookie Terry Kirby, the rookie from Virginia, having a great season for Miami. 1st and 10, Philadelphia at the 20-yard line. Their own 20, trailing 6-0. Setbacks in the Eagles' offense, Herschel Walker and Heath Sherman. Wide out to left and right. Bavaro, tight end on the right. Here's a handoff to Herschel Walker, trying to get outside. Gets about 3. The defensive corner, Troy Vincent, comes up to make the tackle, and there is a penalty flag down the play. After the play is Kemper's player. And who's right in the middle of it? None other than Brian Cox, a linebacker for the Miami Dolphins, who is an outspoken linebacker, to say the least.
Unnecessary roughness, number 51.
It's going to be on Brian Cox. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, and that will give Philadelphia first down. Their first down of the afternoon, and it comes by means of a penalty.
Hey, get it any way you can. Brian's really going to have to settle himself down because he hurt his football team on that and really negates a great defensive play on the side of Troy Vincent. Came up and played the run as well as you can ask for a cornerback.
1st and 10, Philadelphia. They have it now at their own 38-yard line. Miami leads 6-0. Ken O'Brien calling the signals for the Eagles. O'Brien hands off to Herschel Walker, and he tries to bust up the middle. Gets up to about the 41. Might have picked up 2 or 3. Stopped by Brian Cox. Call it a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for Philadelphia. Ball at the 41-yard line of the Eagles.
Boy, that was a blue-collar 3-yard run, Eric.
Victor Bailey goes wide left. Wide right is Calvin Williams. Sherman and Walker are the running backs. Rolling out to the left is O'Brien. Looks downfield, throws way out of bounds. He was under some pressure. It was intended for Victor Bailey. J.B. Brown covering on the play. But he was under some pressure after the fake handoff play-action rollout. And it's 3rd down and 7.
That was a good idea. I mean, they set up, had 2 real good runs. They come up with a play-action. That time, Broderick Thomas just failed to get a real good handle on Marco Coleman, and he disrupted the football play.
Williams wide to the right, wide to the left is Victor Bailey on a 3rd down and 7. Backs are split in the backfield. O'Brien back to throw, going deep downfield, way over the head of his intended receiver, rookie Victor Bailey, and it'll be 4th down, and Philadelphia once again will be forced to punt. The only first down made by the Eagles this afternoon has been as a result of the personal foul penalty on Brian Cox. Jeff Eagles, who has booted 1 of 50 and 1 of 51, is back to punt. O.J. McDuffie, the rookie from Penn State, is back to take the punt. It's standing at his own 15-yard line. Gets a driving punt away, and McDuffie calls for the fair catch and makes it at the 19-yard line. With the score, the Miami Dolphins 6, the Philadelphia Eagles nothing. There's a timeout. Now this for Nicoderm. First and 10, Miami. They have it at their own 19-yard line. Dolphins lead 6-0. 5:20 to play here in the first quarter. Back to pass and a screen pass to Higgs. He's over the 20 to the 25. Upended at the 26-yard line. Brought down by Seth Joyner on the play, but a pickup of 7 or 8, depending on where they mark it. They mark it at the 27. It'll bring up a second down and 2. Just a little screen to Higgs. So it's second down and 2 for the Dolphins. They have it at their own 27-yard line. Myers and Higgs are the running backs behind Mitchell. Handoff goes to Higgs, and Higgs, tough yards, might have got 1 to the 28-yard line, but not much more. The Philadelphia Eagle defense against the run, that was Britt Hager that time that made the hit. It was only a gain of a yard. It's third down and 1.
Hager got the hit, but the refrigerator missed what would have probably been a fatal hit on Higgs. I mean, the Perry is playing football at a level right now, folks. It's incredible. This guy's going down the line, shedding blocks, and if he hits Higgs on that one, I guarantee they'd have brought out the wagon.
Third down and 1 for the Dolphins at their own 28. Back to passes. Mitchell throws downfield to a wide-open Irving Fryer. Makes the catch at the 49. Is tackled immediately. The ball was underthrown, or Fryer had 6. Andre Waters, after Fryer had to go down on his belly to make the catch, came up to get him a 21-yard gain, and he was wide open.
How many times do you see it? You get short yardage situation, play action. That time, Andre Waters, who had the responsibility covering one-on-one, got turned around, then he slipped and was really just not in position to make a good football play.
First and 10, Miami at their own 49-yard line. 37th reception this season for Irving Fryer. Keith Jackson in motion. Mitchell back to throw up the middle to Jackson, in and out of his grasp. William Thomas was the linebacker trying to stay up with Jackson, but Jackson made the grab. That was another touchdown. They use that so well, the tight end up the middle. Jackson has wideout type speed. He had a step on the defender. The fans kind of getting on Keith Jackson, who left the Philadelphia Eagles to become a high-priced free agent tight end for the Dolphins.
Yeah, he's not a popular young man here, and he actually had a chance to make that play. Ball got up on his shoulder pads. He didn't turn it in, but I guarantee you, William Thomas is going to have to do a much better job if he hopes to contain 88.
Second down and 10 for Miami. Mitchell back to pass. He throws a quick out, incomplete, intended for Byers. He threw it behind him. Byers didn't have much of a chance to make the catch. And there's another ex-Philadelphia Eagle that the fans are applauding for not making the grab, but that was not his fault, certainly. The pass was not well thrown.
Tough thing with Byers, man. He's the kind of back that you just love to have on your football team. Does so many things well, and really became, I guess, a pretty big part of this community as well.
He really is a fine man. He has caught passes in 95 consecutive games now. That one he didn't catch, but he didn't have a shot at catching it. Third down and 10 at the 49-yard line. Shotgun formation. Mitchell the direct snap. The blitz is on, and it's intercepted by Miano. Miano at the 30 and dropped at the 35-yard line by O.J. McDuffie. Rich Miano with the interception for Philadelphia. 6-0 Dolphins lead. More after this timeout. First and 10, Philadelphia at their own 35. Handoff to Herschel Walker. Herschel goes for about 4 to the 39-yard line before he's brought down by Troy Vincent. It'll be second down and 6 for Philadelphia at their own 39-yard line.
Well, you just couldn't get any better right now. Philadelphia, they can establish something off the right side. Mark Bavaro, one of the fine tight ends in the league. I'd like to see him throwing the football. I mean, this guy's not a one-dimensional tight end. He can do it all.
They have not gone to Bavaro as yet. At second down and 6, Philadelphia at their own 39-yard line. Here's a handoff to Walker. Walker bowls through the middle, gets up to about the 43. He'll be a couple of yards shy of the first down. pick up on the play of 4, bringing up a 3rd down and 2.
I mean, I've gone on record saying a number of different times that Herschel Walker seems to tiptoe through the middle. Today, he's running like a guy that weighs 235 pounds. I mean, he's lowering that shoulder, 4 rushes, 15 yards, but it's the way he's going about it. He's certainly got an attitude today.
3rd down and 2 for the Eagles. Another ex-Eagle, Mike Golick, making the last tackle for Miami. Fake handoff to Walker, rolling out. The pass is caught by Joseph at midfield. He gets down to the Dolphin 46-yard line, does James Joseph. Finally brought down by Brian Cox, but it's a 1st down, Philadelphia at the Dolphin 46-yard line. Miami leading 6-0, 1:15 left to play, first quarter.
Little gadget play once again set up by being able to run the ball. It's only Joseph's 6th reception of the year. Catches the football, goes north-south, Dolphins all over him, but the Eagles on a mini roll, if you will.
1st and 10, Philadelphia at the 46 of Miami. Joseph comes in motion to the right. Back to pass O'Brien, looking upfield. Little valve pass to Herschel Walker. He's at the 45. Breaks down to the 41-yard line. So a pickup of about 5 or 6 on a little safety pass. Finally brought down by Lewis Oliver, the free safety, but not before he picked up 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
The one thing you can say about Herschel Walker, Harry, you mentioned this in the open, he volunteered to play special teams.
Right.
That time he could have been stopped for maybe a 1-yard gain, but just sheer determination took him through so he could pick up a few more. This guy definitely has the right frame of mind to play this game today.
2nd down 4, Philadelphia at the 40-yard line of Miami. O'Brien hands off to Herschel Walker, tries to get outside, stiff arms Vincent, but can't get away from Troy Vincent. Vincent knocked him out of bounds at about the line of scrimmage, coming up nicely from his cornerback spot. Troy's a 4th-year pro from Wisconsin. 1st-round pick in 92. A good-looking cornerback. 3rd down and 4. And Philadelphia now will let the clock run out on a critical 3rd down call. They'll talk it over, and this first quarter is history. That's the end of the first quarter with the score. Miami 6 and Philadelphia nothing. Now this for Aqua Velva. Down 4, Philadelphia as we start the second quarter. They have it at the Miami 40-yard line as O'Brien calls signals. Sends Bailey in motion, back to pass, throws a flat pass to Herschel Walker, and he is met head-on by Brian Cox. Cox met Herschel Walker head-on, and that's a 241-pound linebacker just standing up. A 225-pound running back at the 41-yard line, a loss of a yard, and Fiegels was in to punt. That was a major league tackle.
Boy, that's big time. I mean, the guy didn't buy his way to the Pro Bowl. He is a very, very talented football player. It's just he gets carried away a little bit.
Here's Fiegels into punt and gets a high punt away inside the 20. Fair catch called, and then they let it go, and it's down by Philadelphia at the 1-yard line. Down by the Eagles at the 1-yard line, and Miami will start 99 yards away from the goal line. A brilliant 40-yard punt by Jeff Fiegels, who's been one of the best in the NFL.
Boy, special teams can make such a difference. That was a magnificent play. They go to Smith on that. You teach guys to go over that over and over and over and practice how to down that ball inside the 5. Well, pretty hard to get better than getting on the 1-yard line.
So Miami, with their backs to the wall at their own 1-yard line, come out 1st down and 10 at their own 1. Mitchell calling the signal. Dolphins lead 6-0. Crowd now is bothering Mitchell as he looks back at his running back. Hands off to the second man through Higgs. He gets nothing. Higgs is stopped at about the 1.5-yard line. He might have gotten a half a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9.5. Brought down by Mike Flores, the defensive end, the 3rd-year pro from Louisville.
Boy, that ball was on the ground, too. They were very, very lucky.
They spotted at the 1. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10. To the right comes Irving Fryer. Myers and Higgs are the running backs behind Mitchell. Mitchell calling signals. He before a deafening crowd. He's back to throw. Throws to Byers, who drops the ball at the 1-yard line. Byers started to run before he had the handle, and he drops the ball. He had a little running room, might have picked up 5 or 6. Instead, it's 3rd and 10.
He had dirty water staring him right in his eye. That time, Byers, who has great hands, just didn't get the handle. And just maybe, you feel a little bit of the pressure of coming back to play at the old ballpark.
3rd down, 10, Miami at their own 1-yard line. The lone setback this time is Higgs. They're going to run it from the shotgun formation. Mitchell gets the direct snap. He throws. It is caught by Fryer, but short of a first down. He's dropped at the 6-yard line. Brought down by Ben Smith, the 4th-year quarterback from Georgia, and it's 4th down, but at least they'll have a little bit of room in the end zone to punt the ball. With the ball at the 1-yard line, you don't have a whole lot of room, and now the punter, Dale Hatcher, will have some room since they got it out to the 5-yard line.
Dale Hatcher, I guarantee you, he's taking short breaths right now. He has a net of 33 yards. They have not been happy with his production. He can really bounce himself out of the doghouse with a good punt.
He gets a driving punt away. It's returnable. Sikahema at the 44 of Miami. Gets to the 40. Gets away from the tackler and all the way down to the 36-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10, Philadelphia at the Miami 36. My Sikahema now has gone over 3,000 yards in his career on punt returns, joining only Rick Upchurch and Billy White Shoes Johnson. With the score, Miami 6, Philadelphia nothing. A timeout now this for Walker Muffler.
Just with the Hooked on Phonics scoreboard, low-scoring game at the Superdome so far. Packers 3-0 over the Saints late first quarter. Chris Jackie a 38-yard field goal. 49ers extend their lead on the Buccaneers 17-0 San Francisco second quarter. Oilers have a 7-0 lead on the Bengals in the first. Back to the vet, Harry Callis, Rick Walker.
Where the Philadelphia Eagles start in good field position, 1st and 10 at the Miami 36-yard line. Here's Von Hebron, an undrafted free agent rookie, around the right side to the 30, to 25, and driven out of bounds at around the 22-yard line by Lewis Oliver. Von Hebron in his first offensive series, a 5'8", 196-pounder. He's a rookie. He was undrafted in the NFL draft from Virginia Tech.
Boy, he's been averaging 3.9 yards a pop, and that's what a different speed makes. They kind of mix it up, giving you Herschel Walker, James Joseph. All of a sudden, he hits it, and that was a great, great run.
1st down and 10 at the 22-yard line of Miami. Hebron takes the pitch, trying to run wide left, cuts it back inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line. As Hebron picks up on the play around 5 yards before Dwight Hollier brought him down. So Hebron with a little more speed, and Philadelphia going outside.
Well, it kind of loosens things up. Bill Muir, the offensive line coach, got to be tickled to death and finally got his troops to settle down. That time, Broderick Thompson had a pretty good block on the outside.
Gain of 6 on the last play. It'll be 2nd down and 4, Philadelphia at the Miami 17-yard line. Hebron gets the handoff again, running wide. He's inside the 15, down to about the 13. He'll be close to a 1st down. Good block by the wideout, Calvin Williams.
Excellent block. Also, big Mark Bavaro again on the edge, making things happen.
The officials will call time for a measurement. The officials today, the referee is Gordon McCarty, umpire Bob Wagner, head linesman is John Schleier, line judge Ben Montgomery, back judge Jim Dopoulos, side judge is Tommy Moore, and the field judge is Donnie Hampton. It is enough for a 1st down, 1st and 10 Philadelphia, just inside the Miami 13-yard line, closer to the 12, 1st and 10 Eagles at the 12 of Miami. Dolphins lead 6-0. Philadelphia driving after the fine punt by Feagles that was downed at the 1. In return, giving the Eagles good field position. Hebron's out of there now, and Heath Sherman is the lone setback behind O'Brien. Handoff goes to Heath Sherman, and nothing there. Might have picked up a yard. To about the 11-yard line, it'll be 2nd down and 9. Von Von Hebron now has captured the fancy of the Eagles fans is checking back in. He's rushed the ball 3 times for 24 yards.
Well, the one thing that happens, don't forget early on, Jarvis Williams, the strong safety of Dolphins, was sticking his nose up making some plays. Well, they've counted that. Maurice Johnson, tight end out of Temple, is anchoring that line to give you 2 tight ends, single back, and they've really been able to balance things out, find the sweet spot, and get some productive runs.
Second down and 9, Philadelphia at the 11-yard line of Miami. Here's a pitch to Hebron, running wide to the left, tries to cut it back in and lost his footing, and Brian Cox was right there to make sure he wouldn't be able to cut it back. Loss of about a yard on the play. Will bring up a third down and 10 for Philadelphia. After today's game, the winning coach gets a free set of golf clubs courtesy of Head Golf, the only club with a patented power pin. Find out more about the Big Head Woods and Big Head Irons by asking your local club professional or by calling 1-800-888-HEAD. Third down and a long 9 for Philadelphia at the 11-yard line. O'Brien back to pass, looks upfield, looks to the end zone, floats one, caught, touchdown! Calvin Williams. And Philadelphia on an 11-yard touchdown pass from Ken O'Brien to Calvin Williams has tied the score with a chance to take the lead on a conversion attempt by Matt Barr.
Boy, big-time football play. 3 superstars in that series. We mentioned Von Hebron, also Broderick Thompson, and Maurice Johnson, the extra tight end. These guys got the smash-mouth football and pounded the Dolphins in. Super drive.
Calvin Williams' 5th touchdown reception of the year. The extra point by Barr is up, and it's good. And Philadelphia has taken the lead. There's a timeout with a score. The Eagles 7, the Miami Dolphins 6. Now this for Gateway.
John Hodges with the Brill Cream scoreboard. The Saints strike and lead the Packers 7-3. 24-yard touchdown pass from Wade Wilson to Quinn Early. Oilers up 14-0 on the Bengals. Gary Brown a 4-yard run. And the Giants 14-0 over those Redskins in the second quarter. Back to Veterans Stadium. Harry Callis and Rick Walker.
Philadelphia Eagles lead Miami 7-6. Matt Barr will kick off. O.J. McDuffie and Mike Williams are the deep men. McDuffie takes it at the goal line up to the 5, the 10, the 15, and he gets just to the 20, and that's all. Brought down at the 20-yard line by James Joseph. A 20-yard return by McDuffie. 1st and 10 for Miami at their own 20-yard line. The Eagles lead by a point. Eagles drive 7 plays, 36 yards, 11-yard touchdown catch by Calvin Williams.
Well, it was a super series, and you just hope right now that it's infectious in terms of momentum for the defense. Defense has been playing pretty well. Mitchell's got really the onus right now making something happen for these Dolphins.
Got Mitchell 1st and 10 from his own 20-yard line. A lone setback behind him. Byers is a slot on the left. Higgs is the running back. Higgs gets the handoff, tries to cut it outside, gets up to the 24-yard line before he's brought down. He was tripped up on the play by Ben Smith. Gain of 4 by Higgs. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for Miami at their own 24-yard line.
They try to run a variation of the counter tray on that play. Give Keith Byers some credit, had a real good lead block. But the Eagles now, they've really shown us something here. We talked about last, in terms of run defense, and these guys are playing some solid football.
They really shored it up thanks to William Perry and to the return of Andre Waters. That strong safety. Here's a handoff to Byers. Byers over the 25 to the 26. Not much more. Dropped by Seth Joyner. Tempers flare momentarily again, but a pickup of just a yard or 2 will bring up a 3rd down and 4 for the Dolphins.
The one thing that Philadelphia's going to have to caution himself on right now, that time they had 10 hats to the ball. I mean, there was 10 Eagles in on that tackle. And if I'm Miami, at some point I'm going to think about some play action and try to go back and get a deep one downtown.
3rd down 4 for the Dolphins. Byers lines up as a slot on the right side. Pryor is on the right. Ingram on the left. Mitchell back to pass. Floats one, incomplete. It was intended for Ingram, nowhere close to him. As Mitchell has had a tough start for Miami this afternoon, it'll be fourth down and the punting situation is on.
Well, a lot of that has to do with that mean green defense. That time, Mike Flores had a tremendous rush from the left side. Refrigerator Perry, I don't know what happened to this guy, but whatever happened, he should bottle it. He could make a fortune because he looks like a 21-year-old. Had great pressure up the gut that time for the Eagles.
Craig Beatty to snap for the punt by Hatcher. A high, long punt, well hit, and caught by Sikahema, who returns to 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. What a brilliant return by Sikahema. It looked like he was just going to take the ball and go out of bounds. He did not. He got it back 25 yards on the punt return. Boy, he is one of the top punt returners in NFL history. As we mentioned, only Rick Upchurch and Billy White Shoes Johnson have returned punts for more yards than he has in his career.
That was outstanding. Mike Reed, give him some credit. He had a great block on the outside receiver. Special teams, man, teamwork.
With the score, Philadelphia 7, Miami 6, a timeout. Now this for NRA. To American on behalf of Hooked on Phonics in the amount of $500 in the name of the most valuable player in today's game. Make learning to read simple and fun with Hooked on Phonics. First and 10, Philadelphia at the 45-yard line. Von Hebron bounces off one tackle, can't elude another. He bounced off a hard hit by John Grimsley, and then Dwight Howyer was there to put him down. And a gain of just about a yard on the play. It'll be second down and 9. Ball at the 46-yard line of Philadelphia.
Boy, Grimsley brought his lunch pail with him on that. 6'2", 236-pounder out of Kentucky. But, you know, Von Hebron's really showing us some toughness. He's matching that with speed as well. That was a big-time hit.
Second down, 9 Eagles at their own 46-yard line. They lead by a point, 7-6. Hebron the lone setback behind O'Brien. He gets the handoff. Hebron tries to cut it back, tries to cut outside, slips but gets over the 50 and down to the Dolphin 47. A good pickup by Von Hebron. And this rookie, undrafted free agent from Virginia Tech, has been the difference offensively for Philadelphia.
Boy, he's making things happen. Mark Bavaro again with a super block on the edge. If you can get a tight end that blocks like this guy can block, and you add that with Maurice Johnson out of Temple, that's one of the reasons why the Eagles have been successful. Hebron now 6 carries, 32 yards.
They go for two tight end formation again with Hebron the lone setback on a third down and 2, and O'Brien's going to call timeout. Didn't like what he saw defensively against him by the Miami Dolphins, so O'Brien on a critical 3rd and 2 uses a timeout. There is a timeout with the score. Philadelphia 7, Miami 6. This is the NFL on Mutual.
John Hodges with the Courtyard by Marriott scoreboard. 2 touchdowns for Tampa Bay within 16 seconds, and the 49ers lead the Buccaneers, but it's close, just 17-14 second quarter. Back at Veterans Stadium, Harry Callis, Rick Walker.
Let's pause briefly for station identification. This is Mutual, your network leader in radio sports.
WGUN Atlanta, News Talk 1010. We're not monstrous about the news, just informative.
To Philadelphia at the 47-yard line of Miami. Fake handoff to Hebron, throws a pass incomplete, not close to the intended receiver, James Joseph. So Philadelphia tried to throw for it, incomplete, and they'll be forced to punt.
Well, he definitely lost a little bit of momentum on that one. Lester Holmes is in at the right guard spot, not a rookie out of Jackson State. And he's replaced Ron Holston. Holston on the sideline doesn't appear to be hurt. Maybe that's one of the reasons they were able to develop something on the ground.
Jeff Eagles, who's done a superb job of punting today, is back to boot again for the Eagles. A high punt, fair catch called and made by O.J. McDuffie at the 13. 7-6, Philadelphia leading Miami. More after this timeout for Nicoderm. Miami at their own 13-yard line. Scott Mitchell calls signals for the Dolphins. Mitchell is back to throw on first down. Just a quick out. Gain of a couple or 3 yards to Irving Pryor. Now spotted it around the 18-yard line. A gain of 5. It'll be second down and 5. Philadelphia leads 7-6. 6 minutes left to play here in the first half. Keith Byers checks back in for Miami. Myers and Terry Kirby are the running backs behind Mitchell. Second down and 5, pitch back to Kirby. Looks for a lead block from Byers, and he gets a grudging yard, and that's about all to the 19-yard line. Brought down on the play by Britt Hager, the middle linebacker. Third-round draft pick from 1989 out of the University of Texas. It'll be a 3rd down and 4 call for Miami. They have it just inside their own 20-yard line.
Well, the thing that just really sticks out right now is that defensive line. Andy Harmon playing well, Mike Flores, Seth Joyner, and the fact that Keith Jackson is really some mismatch. When he has to block, you're in trouble.
Now timeout called by Andre Waters. It looked like the Eagles might have had 12 men on the field. Or they only had 10 men on the field. There was a situation substitution problem by Philadelphia. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they only had 10 players.
Yeah, well, that's going to happen when you get players back. This is the first week that Dirty Waters has been back in the lineup. You're going to have some substitutional problem. That's one thing those assistant coaches got to be all on top of.
7-6, the Eagles lead Miami. More after this timeout for GMAC. The 3rd down and 4. They have the ball just inside their own 20-yard line. Keith Millard has come in as come in as a 3rd down specialist, pass rushing specialist for Philadelphia, the veteran 9-year pro from Washington State. From the shotgun formation, Mitchell takes the direct snap, throws quickly up the middle, caught for a 1st down by Keith Jackson. The tight end, it's his first reception of the afternoon at the 26-yard line, 1st and 10 Miami. Jackson's 17th reception of the season. He's a big play receiver for a tight end, 18.8 yards per catch.
No, he really is a phenomenal athlete, and I know he wants a lot more than that reception, but right now this offense has been sputtering, so I think you're going to have to take it 1 first down at a time.
Way down to the Philadelphia 4-yard line, a perfectly thrown pass from Scott Mitchell to Mark Ingram. There is a marker down on the play, but it came as the tackle was being made.
If we had a face mask, that's big time. You won't see it any better than that. Mitchell, boy, if you close your eyes, you might think it was 13 with that toss. I mean, that ball was absolutely perfect where it had to be. Boy, he beat Ben like a drum. 69 yards on the play.
It is a face mask penalty on the tackle. First down and goal, half the distance to goal. The ball will be spotted at the 2-yard line of Philadelphia. 1st and goal for Miami.
And where Ben made his error, playing matchup, bump and run, but no bump. He made no contact on Ingram. I mean, you playing Russian roulette if you get out against these guys, these speed guys, and you don't get a paw on them.
2 tight ends, Mark Higgs and Keith Byers, are in the I formation behind Mitchell. 1st down and goal. Higgs gets a handoff over the top, didn't get in, got to about the goal line. Mark Higgs. So it'll be 2nd down and goal to go. Ball spotted at the 1-foot line. 2nd down and goal for the Dolphins.
By the way, the Eagles have been playing run defense. I'd look for the Dolphins to do something cute. Gadget play, maybe a little isolation to Keith Jackson off a fake block.
3 tight ends in now. Here's a handoff to Higgs, and he is in for the Dolphin touchdown. Mark Higgs going off left tackle behind big Richmond Webb, 3-time Pro Bowler all 3 years he's played in this National Football League, and he rode him out, and the Dolphins have taken the lead on the Higgs touchdown. 12-7 Miami, the extra point coming up. Doug Peterson, the holder, could not handle the snap on the first extra point try. Jeff Dellenbach is the snapper, Peterson the holder. For the extra point attempt by Pete Stoyanovich. This time a good snap, a good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 3:21 to play in the first half, Miami has regained the lead. Miami 13, Philadelphia 7. More after this timeout for Red Roof Inn. Ball down to the 4, then a penalty was tacked on. It took it to the 2. It took 6 plays to go 87 yards for the Dolphins. Culminated on the 1-yard run by Mark Higgs. And now Miami will kick off. The deep men for Philadelphia by Sickahem on the far side and Herschel Walker on the near side. 13-7, Dolphins lead. Miami trying to get for their coach win number 325, which would make him the all-time winningest coach in NFL history.
Which is really tough. And if you're an Eagle, you do not want it to happen against you. You wanted to push it all the way until next week when they take on New England.
Stoyanovich to do the kicking. Gets into the ball. It's going to be taken and run back by Sickahem at the 3, up to the 5, the 10. Reverse to the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, and knocked out of bounds right around the 37-yard line. Sickahem a reverse to Otis Smith. And Otis Smith came down the near side on a gadget play on the kick return by Philadelphia. And it paid off, getting them to the 37-yard line. Good field position, 1st and 10 Eagles.
Good idea. Well, you got to come up with a gadget. Bobby Hammond, special teams coach on the offensive side of that, comes up with it, and you want to get your crowd behind you and also break it for a big play. They were 1 block away on that one.
Herschel Walker now and Von Hebron are the setbacks behind Ken O'Brien on 1st and 10 Philadelphia at their own 37-yard line. O'Brien takes a handoff, back to pass, throws. It is caught by Calvin Williams right near the near sideline, and he steps out of bounds at the Dolphin 48-yard line. It's good for about 15 yards and a first down. Well, they spotted at the midfield, so call it a gain of a dozen and first down Philadelphia at the 50-yard line.
Best pass play I've seen O'Brien throw this entire day. Good mechanics, got back 7 yards through a frozen rope. Very nice 14, 15-yard out, came out of the break well. Good football play.
Bailey wide to the left, wide to the right is Williams. O'Brien back to pass. He throws a screen to Herschel Walker. He's at the 50, 45, and down to the 40-yard line. Should be enough for a first down. Lewis Oliver finally stopped him, the free safety. On a pickup of 10 on a little screen to Herschel Walker, and it's a first down Philadelphia at the 40-yard line of Miami.
One thing that impressed you about Herschel, any good back that will not go down by an arm tackle. That time, Brian Cox had a shot to get him for about a 1-yard gain. He broke out of the tackle and was able to go out and move the chains once again.
First down and 10 Eagles at the 40-yard line. And back to passes O'Brien. Just a little flat pass to Hebron. Makes a move at the 40 and gets away from a tackler down to the 34-yard line. He got away from Troy Vincent with a fancy move and finally stopped by Jarvis Williams. But a pickup of 6 on the play. And Philadelphia will have 2nd and 4, and we now have the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. Miami leads the Eagles 13-7. More after this timeout for Alka-Seltzer. Miami leads 13-7, but Philadelphia has the ball at the 34-yard line of the Dolphins, looking at a 2nd down and 4. Harry Callis along with Rick Walker. Our spotter is Jeff McCabe, our statistician Terry Small, and producer-engineer Joel Blumberg here at Veterans Stadium on a balmy day in Philadelphia for this time of the year, 68 degrees. Much of a win. That's no factor today. 2nd down and 4 for the Eagles. They have it at the 34-yard line of Miami. O'Brien hands off on a counter to Hebron. Running to the left side, 30, 25, 20, 15. Down to the 11-yard line goes Von Hebron. Hebron, the rookie running back, has been a big difference for the Philadelphia offense. Good block by Mike Shad, and it's first down and 10 Philadelphia.
Boy, Shad had a phenomenal block on the edge. Ron Holstrom also pulling around. These guys on the counter trade, 22-yard gain. It happened at the point of attack. Broderick Thompson once again. The offensive line of the Eagles, first quarter, they were horrible. Right now, they're playing good football.
First and 10, Philadelphia at the 11-yard line of Miami. O'Brien hands off on a delay to Herschel Walker inside the 10 to about the 8. A late developing play, a pickup of about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Isn't it amazing how one or two guys can make a difference emotionally to a football team? Refrigerator Perry on the defensive side along with Dirty Waters. This offense right now, you put on Von Abram, and all of a sudden things are going their way. Rich Kotite and company got things on a roll.
Two tight ends in now as Maurice Johnson checks in. He goes in motion to the right, 2nd down and 7. O'Brien looks the end zone, throws, caught, Calvin Williams, touchdown, Philadelphia. An 8-yard pass from Ken O'Brien to Calvin Williams, his 2nd touchdown reception of the afternoon. And the Eagles have tied and a chance to take the lead with the extra point.
I don't know what was said over there in the offensive huddle. That time O'Brien looks like a brand new man. Got back, 7-step drop, looks up the middle. I mean, sets up real well, throws a bullet. Great hands, touchdown.
Now Matt Barr for the extra point. Fiegels puts it down. It's up, and it is good. And Philadelphia has taken the lead 14-13. 36 ticks left to go in the first half. More after this timeout for Nickader. The point could come back to haunt Miami. Philadelphia's taken a 1-point lead, 14-13, just 36 seconds left to play in the first half. Von Hebron, the rookie running back, has certainly made a difference to the Eagles' offense. Both touchdown passes to Calvin Williams, who is a good touchdown maker. That was his 7th touchdown reception of the year.
Yeah, he leads the Eagles in that category. And right now there's a genuine spirit on the side of Philadelphia. They've been able to do it because of that offensive line. Alexander, Case, Thompson, Hallstrom, Davis, Bavaro. We look at backup tight end Maurice Johnson. Everybody has chipped in. Herschel Walker had a great 10-yard screen on that. And so all of a sudden, team offense is starting to take over. And the Dolphins now under a little pressure.
O.J. McDuffie and Mike Williams are back to take the kick by Matt Barr. 14-13 Philadelphia. Barr comes down on it, gets a driving kickoff. O.J. McDuffie deep in the end zone, will not take it out. And Miami will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 14-13 Philadelphia. Just seconds to go in the first half. Dolphins trying to win for Coach Don Shula, his 325th NFL coaching victory, which would be an all-time record. He's tied with Papa Bear Hallis, George Hallis, at 324. Now Miami comes out, 1st down and 10. They'll go from a shotgun formation. Mitchell takes the direct snap. He's under pressure, and he's sacked back at the 14-yard line by Mike Flores, a 3rd-year defensive end from Louisville. The Eagles coming into this game were last in the National Football League in sacks. That's just their 10th sack of the year.
And his first, boy, he crushed Ron Heller on that. I mean, you talk about a bull rush. This guy went right through Heller's face mask, went all the way in. You know, sooner or later, you're going to get good things will happen to you if you can get pressure from the inside. Andy Harmon, that time, Renfro, team sack.
2nd down and 16. This will be the last play of the half, and they'll just run the ball as Terry Kirby gets it back to the 20-yard line for a gain of 6, but that will be the end of the first half. That's the end of the first half here at Veterans Stadium. The score is Philadelphia 14, Miami 13, and now this for Brill Creek. We're set to start the second half. Philadelphia leads by a point, 14-13. They will kick off from the end zone to our right. Miami going from left to right on your radio dial. O.J. McDuffie and Mike Williams are the deep men for the Dolphins. Barr comes down on the kick. It's a short one. Taken by McDuffie at the 8 to the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, the 36-yard line. He had some room. He was just tripped up by the kicker, Matt Barr. And Barr is still down on his knees, but he is okay. He tripped him up at the 36-yard line, a 28-yard return by McDuffie.
Well, a tough thing that happened at the end of the first half was the fact that Seth Joyner went down to his knee and was really struggling to get off the field. He is back on for the Eagles, and that's great news.
1st and 10, Dolphins. They have the ball at their own 36-yard line. Scott Mitchell brings them out. Mitchell fake handoff, rolls out to the left, throws, and it is in and out of the grasp of Keith Byers, his intended receiver. William Thomas, the linebacker, was all over Byers, who looked around at the official for a flag, didn't get one, and the fans boo Byers.
No, that was great defense. You can't play it any better than Thomas did on that particular play.
Second down and 10, Miami. In the first half, Miami rushed for 51 yards, but bear in mind that 32 of those were on a scramble by Scott Mitchell.
So you hit it right. It just really poor performance. I guarantee you Don Shula made that the benchmark of his goals in the third quarter.
Second down and 10. Mitchell back to pass. The left-hander looks. He's got some running room. 40 and up to the 49-yard line. He'll be 2 yards shy of a first down. Mark Ingram helped him with a good block when Ingram realized that he was going to be running with the ball, but Mitchell is down and hurt.
He ran into Brett Hager on that. That time they had a spy. As you recall, in the 32-yard game, they had no spy. This time he was there, but that collision might prove to be costly on both sides.
So Scott Mitchell, the backup, of course, for Dan Marino, and Ken O'Brien, who was picked up after Randall Cunningham went down, two of the marquee quarterbacks in football. Marino and Cunningham not involved in this game, nor they will be involved for the remainder of the year, probably. And we have an injury timeout with the score. Philadelphia 14, Miami 13. Timeout now, this for Walker Muffler. Now Scott Mitchell, the backup for Dan Marino, is still down on the turf here at Veterans Stadium. Now he gets on his feet and is being helped off. He, of course, is the replacement for Dan Marino. Marino miraculously started 145 consecutive games in the National Football League. The last time Marino had been hurt was his rookie year in 1983. And now they'll go to their number 3 quarterback, Doug Peterson. He is a first-year player from Northeast Louisiana, 6'3", 209. Signed as a free agent this year by the Dolphins. Of course, their other quarterback is Steve DeBerg, who was just released by Tampa Bay and picked up by Miami. The veteran DeBerg would be available. Peterson on third down and 2 from the 44-yard line. Hands off to Byers, and Byers struggles, doesn't get to the first down markers. He's stopped at the 41, just about a half yard shy of the first down, it looks like.
Well, that was great pursuit on the part of the Green Wave once again. For Mitchell, it looks like a shoulder injury. Something to do with his shoulder, his left arm, which is his throwing arm. Oh, Eagles getting stingy.
They're going to measure, but it does not look like Miami made the first down. The chain gang comes out, and they're going to be about a half yard shy, it would appear, of the first down. They are. So it's fourth down. The punter, Dale Hatcher, has already come in. By Sikahema is back in safety for Philadelphia. He's had a couple of fine punt returns for the Eagles. They're going to go for it. The punt team is out with the ball at the 46-yard line. Miami takes the punt team out, and they bring back in their offensive unit. They're going to go for it. 4.5 yards to go for a first down.
Well, I like that.
At their own 46-yard line.
Put it on your big guys up front. Let's see how bad you want it.
Peterson, the quarterback. Byers and Higgs are the running backs behind him. Beatty in motion to the right. Fourth down and inches. Long count, trying to draw Philadelphia offside, and they have run the clock down. And they're taking the automatic 5-yard penalty. That's what Miami was doing. They evidently had no intention of running a play, just trying to draw Philadelphia offside.
Well, you know, sometimes that works. You figure you play on the emotions, and the Eagles have been sky high.
Offense, 5 yards, still 4-7.
So Hatcher and the punting unit come on. Sikahema standing back at his own 10-yard line to receive the punt of Dale Hatcher. Greg Beatty is the snapper. Good snap. Hatcher gets the punt away. A high spiral. Sikahema calls for the fair catch and makes the fair catch at the 10-yard line. So the Eagles will have it first and 10 at their own 10-yard line. Philadelphia leads 14-13. A 49-yard punt by Hatcher with no return. Ken O'Brien bringing him out. His running backs now, he has both Herschel Walker and Vaughn Hebron. Hebron, who had that good first half. in the backfield. Von Hebron carried 7 times in the first half for 53 yards. They're split in the backfield behind Ken O'Brien. Handoff goes to Hebron, and Hebron tries to cut it back. Gets maybe a yard, not much more.
Well, that's what a halftime adjustment will do for you, Harry. You get in and those coaches tell you, this is the one thing we're not going to give away.
Gain of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for Philadelphia at their own 11-yard line. Victor Bailey comes wide to the left. Wide to the right goes Calvin Williams. Ken O'Brien back to pass. Looks, he throws, and he's got Hebron at the 15. He fumbles the ball at the 20, recovered by Miami at the 21-yard line. So Hebron, who was so brilliant in the first half, makes a rookie mistake. Dwight Hollier pounced on the football at the 21-yard line of Philadelphia. It'll be 1st and 10 Miami.
Boy, turnovers will eat you alive every single time.
Rick, you were right about the injury to Scott Mitchell. It was his left shoulder. He will be taken to the hospital for x-rays.
Yeah, they had him on the card. They just took him to the locker room now, and he wasn't able to go on his own power. Not a good sign.
1st and 10 Dolphins. Doug Peterson is the quarterback. They have the ball at the Philadelphia 20-yard line. Pryor in motion to the right. Handoff goes to Byers. Byers runs outside and hurdles his way to the 15-yard line. A pickup of about 5 by Keith Byers.
Well, once again, there wasn't much there on the ground, so Byers went airborne. I mean, that's about the safest way he could pick up a few yards. Eagles still stingy. They got a hold on this one.
2nd down and 5 for Miami, just outside the Philadelphia 15-yard line. Eagles lead by a point, 14-13, 12 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Peterson calling the signals, sends McDuffie in motion, handoff Higgs. He cuts it back, breaks the tackle at the 12 to the 10, all the way down to the 2-yard line. Markers down, probably a face mask on the tackle by Eric Allen, but Mark Higgs with a good effort. The little 5'7", 198-pound fire plug got it all the way down to the 2-yard line.
Face mask, number 38, defense, half the distance, 1st down, goal to go.
Sheer determination, Harry. Nothing fancy about this play. And he comes back on a veer tight, comes up against Dirty Waters. I mean, Andre's a great tackle. That time he just puts a spin move on him. Straight arms his way through. Miano picks up positive yards. Again, a lot of this is just attitude. You got to want to break tackles. You got to want to get down and score. That was a great example.
1st down and goal at the 1-yard line. Byers and Higgs are the running backs behind Peterson, the quarterback. He fumbles the snap. Big pile up at the 2. Philadelphia recovers. Peterson fumbled the snap. Philadelphia recovers at their own 2-yard line. William Thomas pounced on that football, the outside linebacker, along with Andy Harmon, the defensive tackle.
Boy, Harmon had great explosion. That time he captured the line of scrimmage. I mean, this is an awful job by the offensive line of the Dolphins. You get a miscue at center, that's going to happen with a quarterback. I don't know which team wants to win this game.
There's a timeout with a score, Philadelphia 14, Miami 13. Now this for Gateway. The Dolphins were going to take the lead. A mishandled snap by Doug Peterson on for Scott Mitchell, who hurt his shoulder, taken out with a shoulder injury, and Philadelphia recovers at their own 2. 1st and 10 Eagles at their own 2-yard line. Von Hebron, the lone setback behind Ken O'Brien. O'Brien wants to throw. He wants to go deep, going deep downfield. It is incomplete, almost an acrobatic catch by Calvin Williams. He was covered stride for stride by Troy Vincent, but Calvin Williams, who has caught 2 touchdown passes today, almost made a circus catch.
Boy, he went up, had the ball, would have been out of bounds, but it was just a superior effort. That time kind of ran out of real estate. When you run a go route, the one thing you want to do is realize that you can't run yourself out of bounds. That time give Vincent great credit for pushing him, nudging him on the white line.
2nd down 10 from their own 2-yard line. Ken O'Brien Hands off to Hebron. He tries to get outside. He'll get a couple. Maybe just one to about the 3-yard line. Von Hebron, the ball carrier. Brought down by John Grimsley. At the 3-yard line, it brings up a 3rd down and 9. 11:06 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Philadelphia leads by a point, 14-13. Miami, if they hold here, should come out of this with good field position. Williams goes wide to the left. Hebron again is the lone setback. 2 tight ends. Maurice Johnson and Mark Pavaro. Joseph goes in motion. Handoff Hebron running wide. He's over the 5 to 10 to the 14-yard line. 1st down, Von Hebron. He exploded on the left side. Finally stopped by Jarvis Williams. But that gets Philadelphia out of a big hole. 1st and 10.
Boy, shot out of a cannon. James Joseph, the lead back, was in the H-back position, had a real good block on the corner. I mean, you got to have your wide receivers blocking. You don't run the football effectively unless everybody on the edge gets involved. That time, it was pretty to see. Hebron, 10 rushes, 65 yards, and the Eagles on a roll.
Got themselves out of a deep hole. 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Herschel Walker is back in the backfield now for Philadelphia. O'Brien hands to Herschel, and he gets nowhere. He stopped in his tracks at the 14-yard line. No gain. Now to make the hit.
Golick
Mike Golick.
Yeah.
Mike Golick, the former Eagle who signed this year as a free agent, unprotected free agent by Miami, 6'5", 275 from Notre Dame.
Played that so well, I kind of think he knows a few of those line calls.
2nd down and 10. O'Brien is back to pass this time, has time, throws it downfield. It is incomplete. There are penalty markers down the play, and somebody might be flagged for an interference. The Eagle receiver, Victor Bailey, pointing at J.B. Brown, the cornerback for the Dolphins.
Well, Mike Skaggs grabbing his knee. This could be bad.
Illegal contact, number 37, defense.
It is on J.B. Brown. 5 yards, automatic 1st down. Meanwhile, at the line of scrimmage, Mike Schaab, the fine offensive guard. In his 8th year, he's Canadian. 1st round pick by the Rams in 1986, is down on the turf. Brian Baldinger is the backup at both guard, center, and tackle.
Harry, we've had so many injuries this year. You know, people grabbing the knees on this AstroTurf. I mean, Philadelphia's one spot that could play very well with natural grass.
No question. With the score, Philadelphia 14, Miami 13. There's a timeout now, this for GMAC.
I want this car, and I want it now. My first new car. The first one that didn't smell like old socks or have French fries underneath the seat. That I didn't have to scrape off the I Love Fudge bumper sticker. That I didn't have to disinfect. My first car that wasn't someone else's first car. This one's new. This one's mine.
GMAC knows when you want the car, you want the car. And you can arrange GMAC financing or leasing fast. Right at your Chevrolet, Pontiac, Oldsmobile, Buick, Cadillac, or GMC truck dealership. GMAC, the expressway home.
Everybody hates to eat and run, we'd rather take it slow. But the way this life is going, you gotta grab your food and go. And when all that running around catches up with you at last, get yourself some Alka-Seltzer and you'll feel better fast.
For acid indigestion or heartburn with headache, nothing's faster or more effective than Alka-Seltzer.
Get yourself some Alka-Seltzer and you'll feel better fast.
Only as directed.
Sure, I'd heard about the Nicoderm patch, but something like that, I'm only going one place for advice. I mean, there's one opinion that's really important to me.
Dr. Cooper's office.
So I called my doctor and asked him about the Nicoderm patch. He said, Helen, there's more to it than that. Then we talked about Nicoderm.
Ask the doctor about the Nicoderm patch. After all, who knows better?
Look, I'm glad I called.
Nicoderm, nicotine transdermal system, by prescription only.
John Hodges with the Walker Mufflers scoreboard. Steve Young to Jerry Rice. Lethal combination for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers today. 3 touchdown passes for the duo. The 49ers up 31-14 third quarter. Warren Moon has 3 touchdown passes as the Oilers have a 28-0 lead on the winless Bengals third quarter. Back to the Vets. Harry Callis, Rick Walker.
Well, Mike Shad, the offensive guard, taken out to the locker room on a cart. So Shad is out for the day, and Brian Baldinger is coming to take his place. 1st and 10, Philadelphia at their own 19-yard line. Bavaro goes in motion. Here's a pitch back to Hebron. Tries to cut it back in, but Brian Cox is right there. A loss on the play to the 17-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
Great teams make adjustments at halftime. I mean, one thing you can find throughout time, what the Eagles got to do now is find another bread and butter run play. Second quarter, great success on the outside sweep. Well, that's no longer going to be there.
Eagles haven't thrown one pass to Mark Bavaro this afternoon, Rick, which is a little surprising.
I don't think they can win unless they're able to get him in the ball game, as well as James Lofton. Wouldn't be surprised if we see the old pro in.
2nd down and 12 for Philadelphia at their own 17-yard line. Back to pass O'Brien. He throws. It's caught by Hebron. He fumbles. And scramble for the ball. I think Miami has recovered. Another pass play to Hebron. He caught it, but then fumbled after the run at the 28-yard line. The second critical mistake by Von Hebron. Has had such a great day rushing. But on 2 receptions, he's coughed up the ball. 1st and 10, Dolphins.
Well, there's a reason why he's not starting and playing a lot. I mean, you negate your proficiency if you're going to give the ball back. I mean, neither team right now seems to want to win this football game.
Again, in great field position for the Dolphins. They have it at the 27-yard line of Philadelphia. Doug Peterson is in at quarterback. Bear in mind that the Dolphins just signed veteran Steve DeBerg, so he is also available. O.J. McDuffie wide to the right, Pryor wide to the left on a 1st and 10. Here's a pitch back and a reverse to McDuffie. It's played brilliantly by Clyde Simmons. Simmons, along with Andy Harmon, nailed him for a loss back at the 32-yard line, a loss of around 5 on the play.
Boy, great play by an all-pro. You know, the discipline to stay at home and wait for those gadget plays. That's why you take those videos home at night throughout the week and you study your opponent.
Andy Harmon also with another good bull rush. Harmon is 6'4", 265 from Kent State. 2nd down and 15, and Peterson, who since coming on has not attempted a pass, probably will have to here. No, he doesn't. Hands off to Higgs, and he's inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. So Peterson has done nothing but come in and hand the ball off since Scott Mitchell went down with a shoulder injury. And it'll be 3rd down and 12 to go for a 1st down.
Once again, that little guy in the middle, Refrigerator Perry, boy, he's playing more like a sub-tack icebox right now. I mean, that guy's flying. He is really showing great athleticism, moving down the line, playing well. You made a good point early on as well, talking about Andy Harmon. I mean, this guy's playing much bigger than his size. I mean, 265 is not big in this league, but this guy's getting great penetration.
He's really strong. He was a 6th-round pick for the Eagles in 1991. Now Miami is going to call a timeout. There's a confusion on what they want to do in 3rd down. Stoyanovich, of course, is an excellent field goal kicker. So it would be a long try from here, but nonetheless one that he could make with his toe. And the Dolphins trail by 1 point with 7:08 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. So the Dolphins have taken a timeout. They have the ball at the 29-yard line of Philadelphia. Eagles with the 14-13 lead. Report on Mike Shad, a strained right medial collateral ligament. He is being examined right now, the Eagles' offensive guard.
Well, you just hope it's not another one of those 3-letter catchwords that's really taking over the league, ACL.
Scott Mitchell, fine quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, who was the AFC Offensive Player of the Month. Shoulder separation. Mitchell is down. Miami will have to go to their 3rd quarterback for quite a few remaining games. They're working from the shotgun now. 3rd down and 12. Handoff, though, goes to Terry Kirby. He tries to get outside. He's knifed down by Mark McMillan. Mark McMillan, the diminutive one, 5'6", 162. That's dripping wet. Makes a great tackle on Terry Kirby for a gain of just a yard.
Boy, great defensive play. William Thomas got sucked in. That time he was blocked. And if McMillan doesn't come up and make that play, they are still running.
Now field goal try of 46 yards by Stoyanovich. Peterson will hold. Snapper is Jeff Dellenbach. This will be a 46-yard attempt for the lead. The ball's spotted. The kick is in the air. It's long enough, and it is good. Stoyanovich, one of the fine kickers in the league, is now 11 for 15, gives Miami the lead.
Buccaneers trying to stay within striking distance of the 49ers. Vince Workman, a 3-yard run, has them to within 10, 31-21 San Francisco third quarter. Back to Veterans Stadium, Harry Callis, Rick Walker.
Miami Dolphins have a 16-14 lead. Pete Stoyanovich will kick off. The deep men are Vicekahem on the far side and Herschel Walker on the near side for Philadelphia. Stoyanovich comes down on the ball, gets the driving kickoff away to Herschel Walker. He takes it at the 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, up to the 31-yard line. A good return by Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker returning it to the 32-yard line, a 29-yard return. Let's pause briefly for station identification. This is Mutual, your network leader in radio sports. Miami's last drive, well, it wasn't really a drive, -1 yard, 4 plays, but a 46-yard field goal by Stoyanovich. Von Hebron has been both a hero and a goat today. The running back has been brilliant on rushes, but he's fumbled twice to set up the Dolphins' go-ahead field goal kick. Here's a quick out, caught by Calvin Williams at the 35, up to the 40, knocked out of the 41. He'll be a yard shy of the first down, but a 9-yard pickup on the pass play from Ken O'Brien to Calvin Williams.
Toughest thing you can ever try to do here is work yourself out of a losing streak. I mean, things just start to compound, and that's why you have to give Coach Hyde and company so much credit today of fielding a competitive team, but you can't throw the ball on the ground. You can't give it away.
Wide to the same side are Bailey and Calvin Williams on the left. The setbacks are Herschel Walker and Von Hebron behind O'Brien. Walker gets the handoff, and Walker fights for close to a first down. He needed a yard. He got just about a yard. It'll be close. A big stack up at the 42-yard line of Philadelphia. Getting up off the bottom of the pile, Mike Golick. Golik's had a pretty good ball game for Miami coming back to Philadelphia, where he has been with the Eagles since 1987.
They've been rotating the tackles. It's one thing that's really been the new rage in the National Football League, trying to keep those big fellows fresh.
It is enough for a first down. 1st and 10 Philadelphia at the 42-yard line, their own 42. Dolphins lead 16-14. Victor Bailey comes wide to the left. Calvin Williams is wide to the right. Walker and Hebron are the setbacks. O'Brien is back to pass. He's looking. He is in trouble. Gets it away to Hebron, who is tackled immediately at the 47. There is a penalty flag down on the play. Hebron was stopped by middle linebacker Dwight Hollier.
Oh, yeah, that's coming back. We had a strangling on that play.
It'll be against Philadelphia.
Anton Davis.
Holding. 78 offense.
That's who it was. Big Anton Davis, 6'4", 325-pound third-year pro from Tennessee. First-round draft pick in the 91 draft.
You know, he's really come along. I remember some of his earlier days, and this time he just lost position. Just Cross gave him a real strong outside-inside move, and boy, he just manhandled it.
So the Eagles now looking at a 1st and 20 from their own 32-yard line. Ken O'Brien, straight back to pass, looks upfield, throws a sideline pattern, nowhere near his intended receiver, Victor Bailey. It'll be 2nd down and 20 for Philadelphia. 4:55 left to play here in the third quarter. Miami has a 16-14 lead.
They had some success with that play about 2 series ago. Pretty basic, half rollout, 15, 16 yards out. That time O'Brien way off the mark.
Dusty Jackson comes in for Miami as a nickelback. On second down and 20 for Philadelphia. O'Brien back to pass, looks upfield. He has some time. Now the pocket collapsing, and he throws to no one. Just threw it away. Closest man to that was offensive guard Brian Baldinger, and we have a penalty marker down on the play. Baldinger might have been downfield.
Yeah, he definitely was. They tried to set up a screen. That time, give Miami credit. They read it down, boy. They sent that thing out real well. Nobody was fooled.
Brian Baldinger was an ineligible receiver downfield. He's an offensive guard, and he was about 5 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. This is a penalty that Miami will decline, I'm sure. Brian Cox is looking over at the bench.
Ineligible downfield, number 62, offense. Penalty declined.
It is declined. It'll be third down and 20.
Harry, I guess the most interesting thing that, we've been talking about all day, really the absence in the passing game of Mark Navarro.
Yeah, he has not had one pass thrown to him. O'Brien back to pass. He looks upfield. He throws in and out of the grasp of a diving Calvin Williams. At midfield, he was covered on the play by Jarvis Williams. So it's a fourth down, and Jeff Eagles will come in to punt. O.J. McDuffie back in solo safety for Miami. He is standing at his own 25. John Hudson is the snapper. Good snap. Eagles gets the driving punt away. McDuffie's going to return this one. Takes it at the 26. Coming to the near side to the 30. Hurdles a tackler at the 35 and gets up to the 37. A good run back by O.J. McDuffie. And Miami will have it first and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Dolphins have a 2-point lead, 16-14. They have lost their quarterback, Scott Mitchell, the second Miami quarterback to go down this year, of course. Mitchell, a shoulder separation. Dan Marino went out in the 5th game of this NFL season. And now it's Doug Peterson.
Peterson has yet to throw a pass, and there's just no way in the world you can hope to win. I mean, it would be surprising to me if they're able to pull this off, but the way the Eagles are playing on offense now, maybe they'll just kick their way to victory.
Dolphins lead by 2. Keith Byers sets up as a slot on the right on first and 10. From their own 36, fake handoff. Peterson's going to throw his first one, and he's going to throw it deep downfield, and he overshot his receiver by 10 yards. The receiver was Mark Ingram. Eric Allen was right there with him. Ingram wanted to flag on an interference. None there, but there is one back at the line of scrimmage.
And Rich Kotite is upset. He's halfway down the field trying to lobby for that. Really no call for it. It would just feel good to see the young man get back and air one out.
Personal foul
against Philadelphia. Roughing the passer on Anthony Harmon. So that is a big penalty against the Eagles. Moves the ball to the Philadelphia 49, where it'll be first and 10 for Miami.
That was a good call. I mean, it wasn't a vicious hit, but the fact of the matter was the ball had been released. You got to play smart. There's a reason why teams start losing.
First and 10 Dolphins at the 49-yard line of the Eagles. Peterson hands off to Higgs, and Higgs picks his way to the 45-yard line, a pickup of about 4 by Mark Higgs. Second down and 6, Miami. The tackle made by Mike Flores.
Eagles now have 4 penalties for 28 yards, and you're trying to fight your way uphill, man. You just can't afford to hurt yourself. Throw that in with a couple of turnovers, and you see exactly why the Eagles have been trailing.
One thing about Don Shula teams, talking about penalties, they are not penalized much at all.
He doesn't accept it.
Here's a handoff to Higgs, running wide. Seth Joyner catches him from behind. He gets to about the 42, a pickup of around 3, and Seth Joyner had him by the jersey and dragged him down at the 42-yard line.
Great play by Seth Joyner, but the downside is that they were giving up too much real estate. When your back has got to come off the offside and you still pick up 3 yards, somebody's not taking care of business at home.
Third down and 4 for Miami. Just inside the Philadelphia 43. Peterson brings him out. Higgs is the lone setback behind Doug Peterson. Peterson back to throw. He throws. It's in and out of the grasp of Keith Byers. Nearly picked off by Andre Waters, who had 55 yards of AstroTurf in front of him. He would have gone the deep 6 had he been able to pick it off, and he takes his helmet off and slams it down to the turf in frustration.
Yeah, but that's just wasted energy because that does you no good. Catch the football and make a big play. You think back in the second quarter, Eric Allen had the same opportunity. He dropped the ball. 2 plays later, the Dolphins scored.
Dale Hatcher is in to punt. By Sikahema standing back at his own 10-yard line. Good snap. Hatcher gets a high punt away. Sikahema calls for the fair catch and then lets it go, and it's caught by a Dolphin defender at the 7-yard line of Philadelphia, where the Eagles will have it 1st and 10. They spotted at the 9-yard line, at their own 9-yard line. Let's go back to our Mutual Studios for an NFL update with John Todges. John?
All right, Harry, let's check the Electric Shave scoreboard. Big day for Warren Moon today. He has 4 touchdown passes, 3 to Haywood Jeffries. The Oilers up on the Bengals 35-0, still in the third quarter at Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati. Back to the vet, Harry Callis, Rick Walker.
So the son not having a good day. David Shula, son of Don Shula, who, of course, is looking for his 325th career win. He has a 2-point lead here at Veterans Stadium, 16-14. Philadelphia 1st and 10 at their own 9. Handoff goes to Herschel Walker over the 15 to the 19-yard line. He is close to a first down. Herschel Walker picking up around 10 on the play. They'll mark it at the 18-yard line. It'll be shy a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
Well, Herschel Walker's really impressed me this afternoon with his just no-nonsense running. Lowering his shoulder, going north-south. Anton Davis, that time, big 325-pound tackle, cleared the way.
2nd down and 1 for Philadelphia at the 18-yard line. In motion goes Maurice Johnson. Handoff to Herschel Walker. He has the first down, barreling over